Alright, here's the video review for CYNICUS Asterisk mode. This was available at TFCon Charlotte this past weekend. I think it will be made available in other places. I think even TF Source and some of the other retailers have picked up some copies and have them available for sale on their websites. But it's a repaint, much like the Asterisk mode Azalea that was at TFCon last year. It's just a repaint of CYNICUS. There's nothing majorly changed in the structural or anything like that. It's pretty much the exact same figure in a different color scheme. This was given to me to review by MMC, for which I am very thankful. I'm going to try to be better about disclosing some of that stuff in the future, just so you know. But it's a pretty neat little figure in its own right. You can see here's his gun. He does come with the same handle that allows Feral Rex to hold him. There are also some other figures that can use these tabs to, some of the combiners, you can use them to hold them. For the larger figures, it just sandwiches in back here behind this. You fold this peg up and it sandwiches up here between the legs. If you want to use that, it can store on his back in robot mode, which we'll see later. And he still does include the face plateless face and the little face plate with the spikes on it. Again, lack of paint on these. I've seen some really nice paint jobs in the forums, painting up the spikes and everything. I have not done so yet on either one of my CYNICUS, but there it is. You see he's black and gold and orange and dark gray, and it's a nice color scheme. It's a really nice looking alt mode, very accurate to the comics themselves. He's part of the DJD, the Decepticon Justice Division, but most of you are probably already reading More Than Meets the Eye or have heard me talk about it, so you have a pretty good idea of what it is. We'll go through the transformation very quickly. Just pull his arms apart, pull this whole assembly out, and you can separate this off. This is going to be his pistol for robot mode. See if I can bring the light up here a little bit on this, maybe show some more detail. And this will be like, he can hold this piece as a sniper rifle himself, or you actually can attach this and have it as a sniper rifle, or attach it to his back, which is what we'll probably do. So you split the arms out, unpeg them from under here, and bring them out to the sides like this. I'll lift this up, and this chest piece, actually I want to wait until you fold this up. Pull his head up, is hiding under here. And this whole chest piece should come up. Unpeg these right here. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what we need to unlock. And split the legs here. And that will unpeg this pegged in right here, and then this support strap pegged into the side of the thighs. So pull this whole thing, and then the whole sniper scope assembly rotates around to the back, and that allows you to expand the chest up like this. These pieces right here come around to the side, and then plug in the front to form his abdomen in robot mode. It's just a matter of getting everything lined up properly here. As well as this whole assembly with the ammo case and scope. Bring that around to the front and plug that together here. Fold that around to the back. This little crotch plate flips up and around to form his waist, and then the thigh panels rotate so the orange is on the outside, and the mechanical details go to the inside. And fold that peg down, flip up his ankles, and at this point you can now rotate this chest panel around to its proper position. Bring the arms down and around. Flip these little greebles, I'm not sure what, they're just kind of little decorative pieces here on the shoulders. Can rotate around, turn his head around, and then this piece right here flips and rotates up onto his back. I'll look at this real quick and see how I've got it on my thing here, because this piece is going to, okay, this piece actually, before you rotate that up, the sniper scope piece should fold up into, there's a groove here on it, up into here like this. Actually, maybe does it go back the other way? I'm looking at my dude here. Yeah, the other way. So before you do that, rotate it around like this so this piece angles toward the pack, and then rotate it to the side here. And this thing comes up, and there's a couple little tabs here behind his head where these two tabs are going to peg into, so you kind of got to squeeze it up into there, and they'll snap together, and then you can rotate these down and fold them up. This piece is always, oh, that piece slides out. And then behind his head, like this. And then again, you can hold, whoop, he's got these big old feet, and I didn't have him standing where he was sturdy. He can hold his pistol. And like I said, you can have him use this as a rifle, or you can use this peg hole on the thing to put it on his back like that. And this piece over here, you see there's two squares on the side. You can plug this in. Over here, if you're going to use him regularly with feral rex, you have to store that piece. Plug that on right there. And there he is. He's very poseable. He's got the hinge at the neck as well as a ball joint where his head actually meets the neck. He's got ball joint shoulders inside as well as a hinge swivel there at the shoulder in and out. He's got a bicep swivel. These pieces are on separate pieces right here. He's got dual hinged elbows, ball joint wrists. He's got a ball joint waist, ball joint hips, a thigh swivel, a knee joint. He's got, he's got ankle tilt. It's plugged in back here. The whole foot assembly pivots, and then he's got the articulation there at the foot, and he's got some pretty good, decent range of motion in both directions. So you can get him in some really nice crouching, snipery poses if you so choose. Now, one of the neat things about this is on the deco, all the orange bits here on the feet and legs and arms and up here along the top of the chest plate ridge, and I think on his forehead, maybe even on the sides of his head, all glow in the dark. Same here on these pieces on the side of the rifle scope here. So they actually glow green in the dark. Because of where I'm currently situated, it's really hard to film in here and show off that glow in the dark effect, but it's a pretty neat effect when you get it all dim and glowy. Here he is next compared to the original CYNICUS figure, just so you can see some of the difference. He seems a lot more sparse. Part of that is because one, more uniform plastic colors. The black and the gray and the black don't contrast as much as the purple and the light gray over here. Also, you can see I've attached my own little repro label Decepticon symbol to my original CYNICUS, which I have not done yet, to my Asterisk mode version. Paint app wise, it looks like they're pretty much all the same aside from this faceplate paint app here and the gray on the head. He's still got some details on his shoulders, on the arms. He's actually got some extra paint apps here on the thigh pieces to make them glow versus just the gray plastic here. But most of the paint apps aside from the face are all there. And he does have the red eyes in here. It's just that being such a uniform color scheme with the dark gray and black, it doesn't pop as much as the regular CYNICUS. And man, he really is just... There you go. You can kind of see that if I jack the brightness up really high, you can see his red eyes there and all the detail. It's all still there. It's the exact same figure with different plastic and different paint. These were $90 at the con. I've always felt that CYNICUS is a little pricier than most of what MMC puts out for the size. The complexity is certainly there. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of little pieces. It's a really nice design. And part of it was these are built at a different factory than the main line, like the feral cons and stuff are a separate factory from this guy. And that factory charges a little more, which is why the cost is a little higher. I think if you're going to spend 85 to 90 bucks on this character, I think the original is the way to go. I think because again, he's represented in the comics. I'm looking forward to having the whole DJD if they get around to getting all of them done. I know K-On! Was on display at TFCon. Oh, and the ab paint apps are missing there. That's something else. And Tarn is in the works. Whether they're going to do Tesserus and Helix, I don't know. But it would be cool to have all the DJD in physical figure form. So like I said, it's a convention exclusive. I think it's 500 pieces total on this one. And, some of the exclusivity does justify, in some cases, spending a higher price on it. But I do think, and it's really neat. I like the glow. You know how I feel about orange. I would have preferred it reversed, maybe mostly orange with black detailing. But that's just me. But I do think if you're going to spend the money on this guy, you want to get the original versus the convention exclusive, unless you're collecting the entire line of, if you like to collect all the repaints, and some people certainly do. It really is a nice looking figure, and it looks really cool in the dark. but I think just in general overall play value, I'd rather have this one displayed with most of my other characters. Not knocking it, but like I said, $90 is a lot of money for a figure this small. You know, like $90 for one of the big giant figures that come out can be a reasonable price, but I think this one's just a little, he's smaller than normal.